panoramic arms held his home in fields Elysian born from Plato's tongue. Circled the crop and climbed into her orifice. It's where art comes from and turns in its chips at the end of the night. Only the dead have seen the end of war, Father, so why do we keep buying peace in a cup and call it pace? There is no you or I, there is only we. The ambiguous wind crisp between the legs of Nepal and Tehran, in the ears of napalm and nectar, eyes that move through milk and muscle, holding women for ransom, handfuls of tomorrow held up to the moonlight, webbed memories to the sun. We watched photosynthesis happen through a pinhole when we were 3, and then again at 60. And it's happening again. Samsara, Circe talks about short walks in the park, and when we had faith in electricity, all inventions made human, breaking the hymen, like giving the housewarming after everyone's moved on. And tree branches threw their prints onto a brick wall. I went to work, built my understanding of relationships, of father and child, man and woman. They all eat from the same plate, and they all speak in the same cryptic languages, myths like Galatea, like Iphigenia. If you find you are becoming more yourself, familiar bodies slip away. Eurydice, Eurydice, Eurydice. Remember when it snowed in December, and Jesus was homeless, and Mary was allergic to living. We were receiving the Phoenix world with a sidelong glance down a barrel, and he held it up to you, and you were held accountable. You know the one who said he'd never leave. Leave me alone, it helps me to learn when your back is turned. I perform magic tricks telekinetically. His secret was a cure for loneliness, simple, feeding her a country, beating the money out of love like a drum, constant a hum for mass humiliation on a line, waiting for deliverance, for public assistance. Oh, hunger, at least now I'll remember your hand reaching bent over and sending me a message, and the bottle opens wide and finds the insides. Mistake themselves for being alive, filled with enzymes that breed disease. The green walls yawn and sneeze, and even the government chairs breathe. She thinks the alone time morphs tears into skin tone, and rhyme in the absence of light in a room where he enters, and she is given the command to shed her clothes, love transpose. You will only imagine the striptease. It's not an addiction, it's a routine. The bones I imitate make the same mistakes and fill the same occupation. My father is sitting at the dining ruined table across from me, mirroring my insides. We could be Gemini twins, he and I, but his voice rises and sticks to the cracks in the walls painted clean. He overdoes everything to annoy his wife and gain attention, the way I used to when it was time to stop playing. And now I become the older sister. I put him in line, say the bottle's empty and throw it away, pry the glass from his working man hands, and the burning light hasn't caught yet. Or else the cobalt flame wings aren't bright enough to say, look here, I am the artist, poet, woman, shaman. I ended in mystery, but who cares how it ended? If the story ends, to remember how it happened. If only the carbon-dated heart was cancer. If only the answer was romance injected. If only the Indian beauty queen had never shot dope. If only her lover had found the cure for the pain in her head. And was it the pain in her head? Then fill it with fish until she grows gills. and she can learn how to breathe in the bottle. Fill the bottle with formaldehyde, where ideas needle inside and lash at her cheeks. The woman is the girl inside, the woman inside, the Indian beauty queen, much like my father or all of us, and we haven't the time for choices. We haven't the resources for winning. And we hope this isn't the party where we arrive stiff as a drink, the driest eye in the room, sleeping through all the fun with plenty of interesting things to say, and no one's listening to the hum of a lonesome death rattle. Everyone's here, and happy we came, swirling in feathers, dancing out the sweat of sadness, teeth sinking into the kiss, tearing to heaven's warm embrace.
Colossal M'Lady.